How's it going, bros? I'm here to tell you why it's fuck the Flash season all season long.
I'm here to tell you why the Flash honestly should have never happened. Greg Gustin should be hanged in Times Square for everyone to see.
And not just once, for every season they made of that fuck ass show.
Hey guys, Panda Man OP here, aka Hershey Lee, and I'm here with Fro the bro with the fro, and today we are going to do a superhero tier list. But not just any superhero shows, we're going to be ranking the live action shows that we've consumed a decent amount of. So, if your favorite show didn't get ranked, sorry, we haven't seen it.
If you're a fan of live action television, then you know there are a shit ton of them. So today we'll be focusing on DC and we'll save Marvel for another video. On to the tiers.
Hey,
on to the tiers.
Hey, what kind of tiers do we have here today, man?
We're not gonna do your standard S, A, B, C, D tiers. No, we're not gonna do that. We have for the culture, peak, fun, mid, and whack. Obviously, we don't need to explain what any of those mean.
Obviously, right? Because, I mean, if you know, you know. And if you don't know,
you don't know.
How many do you really think might make it into the whack tier?
In all honesty, I'm gonna say 0.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Cause, I mean, I'll say it here now. If I put it in the whack tier, it's not even because it was actually a bad show. I just didn't give a fuck, you know? So it's like...
Yeah, exactly. Just didn't give a fuck. First thing we have is Arrow.
Arrow coming up, it was pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, it kind of laid the foundation for the rest of the CW and Arrow shows to go by, which was like, hey, here's a little action, here's a deeper story from the past, and here's some drama elements. And some people don't really like those, but I'm a sucker for soap opera elements, you know, like family drama elements, breaking people's trust, all those different types of character conflicts and conversations. I feel like we have to put it in peak just because there probably aren't even that many bad seasons, right? Because we do have to look at it as a whole. It didn't end on the highest note, but at that point, it was much bigger than itself. I'm trying not to fault it for the things that it had to come together with other shows to do, like Infinite Crisis and like other types of crossovers. Just on its own, I feel like it stands up well. What do you think, man?
I gotta agree. In all honesty, out of all of the DC CW shows, Arrow is by far my favorite. A lot of people shit on the Island episodes. I live for the Island flashbacks, dog. I want to see how this man became the freaking monster that he was when he came back to, what is it?
Starling City.
When he was just murking folks like in the first episode, dog, just straight up killing these folks. Oh, you have filled your city.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of live for Oliver Queen casually murdering people throughout the show, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of upset. We was like, we don't kill anymore. Like,
right?
What?
Like, whack.
You're so good at it, though.
You're so fucking good at murdering. Don't stop now.
Oh, you're so sexy when you murder people. Don't stop, man. What?
What happened to you on that island? You're about to find out. I liked it!
They introduced a lot of characters, right? And some people may have not liked the interpretations of them or didn't think that they got the correct justice, but they were trying. I feel like that's the motto of the CW is like, hey, they're trying.
The next one, we have The Flash.
I know why the For the Culture tier was made, and it wasn't for The Flash, but I feel like it should still be there.
I also believe that The Flash belongs in the For the Culture tier. Not for the reasons some may think, oh, the storyline is great, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. No. The Flash belongs in For the Culture tier because this man's solution to every fucking problem is you have to run faster, Barry. You can do this. Like, he got off on positivity, like encouragement. Like if I had the same encouragement that this man Harrison Wells gave Barry, I could do anything. I could take over the fucking world.
It was very interesting being a big fan of The Flash and getting through season 1, and it's like the best television you've seen on TV ever, where we get to meet Barry Allen, a forensics scientist who works in the field. They're doing all this stuff in the pilot that you never see for for the rest of the fucking show again, where he's like, yeah, look at the diameter in the inches between the tire treads. It's likely from this model, and like the fucking numbers are going around everywhere. They never do that again. Like, he never just directly just goes to work and solves the case. I swear to God, in like 8 seasons, I don't remember seeing it. I think the worst part about it, he was not the fastest person. He was not the fastest man alive, as he stated every episode and like the whole series. He just wasn't until the very last episode, and I thought that was really interesting. Every villain just became another speedster. I feel like the Flash has one of the most famous like rogue galleries. Mirror Master, Captain Cold, all types of people, right? But they're just like, no, dude. What if somebody showed up who was simply faster?
What if Barry ended up being faster than himself, but he's not himself? He's the god of speed.
The god of speed.
Like, go fuck yourself. This is amazing. I loved it.
One thing the show could have did better that would have cemented it is if they gave Kid Flash, if they let him be the main Flash a little bit longer. That would have been better than just the one Flashpoint episode. Another top tier thing they did, speed constructs. I've always been a big fan of the idea of speed constructs. They were really just throwing that shit in there like towards the end of the seasons. They're using lightsabers, they're using whips, they're throwing shurikens, all types of shit. There's some episodes where they're literally doing anything but running in the show about being fast. And
that's crazy. I fuck with that.
Yeah, if you can tell, I'm a fan of the Flash. So for the culture tier, you know, I can compromise on Pete, but it's up to you.
No, I am definitely adding this to for the culture. Even though Arrow is my favorite CW show, I gotta put Flash in for the culture.
All right, next on the list, let's see here. We got Legends of Tomorrow. And Legends of Tomorrow, it was a show that was basically built around of all the characters that you wish you saw more of in The Flash and Arrow. They just, honestly, probably one of the best ideas they ever had. It's like, let's just throw all those guys on a team. And like, now they're time travelers working for like the Time Authority or something like that. I honestly did fall off like around like maybe like season 3 or something, but I can see the fun in the show. It took itself seriously as it needed to, but a lot of the wacky things that they got into was kind of like the heart of the show.
You may hate me for this. Captain Cold and Heat Blast dude, Heat Blast? I don't know his name. Captain Cold and Captain Heat.
Heat Wave, maybe. But
yeah, Heat Wave
is better.
Yeah, they carried the Legends of the Tomorrow. In all honesty, if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have watched it. But I enjoyed it while it was airing, sure, but it just didn't. You were expecting lightning to strike the same place 3 times.
Yeah,
with
you know,
Arrow
like,
and the Flash.
It did feel like maybe it shouldn't have went on as long as it did too.
I gotta say, Legends of Tomorrow, mid.
Mid?
I think it's mid.
Oh man,
I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it as opposed to the other shows. Like, if I had all these other shows to choose from and I had Legends of Tomorrow would probably be like 5th or 6th on the list of like, okay.
Oh my gosh, is Supergirl ahead of Legends of Tomorrow?
We'll get to that.
Oh man, this is the first one I might fight you on then, because I feel like it at least earned fun. How could it not be? Well, to me, it has all of the favorite things I enjoy: time travel and magic. If your show has time travel and magic in it, fuck, that's like peak. Like, that's like the best stuff I'll ever see. And I'll watch all of it. Black Clover. All right. What do you think? Can I get you into a fun tier? Is it like a lack of watching it? Like,
okay, I will give it fun, specifically because I really enjoyed Vandal Savage as an antagonist. I'll give it fun for Vandal Savage.
Oh, thank God. All right, I won't try to convince you on anything else. You know, I'll probably just take your tier. Captain Cold, Captain Heat, a barista, White Canary. They're all here.
Waluigi.
Everyone's here. I think we should talk about Smallville. How do you feel about Smallville, man?
I'm going to be 100%, 1000% honest. Didn't watch it.
You didn't watch Smallville?
Did not watch Smallville.
Holy hell.
I had every intention of doing so. I never watched it because my interest in live action like superhero shows started with Arrow. Whatever your opinions on Smallville, I'll back you up because you have good taste.
I have good taste. Thank you, man. I am just too much of a sucker for this stuff to actually ever be super critical. It starts with Clark like in high school and it goes all the way up to him being like employed at the Daily Planet as a reporter. As far as like cameos that just show up, it's just a lot of just random stuff all the time, like Martian Manhunter, Blue Beetle shows up in on honestly what is a ridiculously bad costume. Like Smallville was fun all the way through. Something I enjoyed from it the most was the team ups. Hey, we found Cyborg. Oh shit, we found Aquaman. Oh shit, the Green Arrow's here. You know, that was awesome. That kicked ass. I love that. But as far as like what I hated, some of the costume designs, you know, not to be too harsh, they left you wanting a little bit more. It was the fact that they tried. I give a lot of credit there. As far as like a rating, I wouldn't go as far as to say peak, but I feel like some people would. But it was fun for me. Titans, that shit's peak.
You know what? I'll agree with you. I'll do you one better.
What's
I
up?
think Titans is for the culture. Bro. Oh yes. Look, let me tell you why. What immediately got me. The fucking teaser trailer we got. Like with Robin beating the shit out of these dudes. And then he's like, dude. They said, where's Batman? And then Robin says, fuck Batman.
Oh my god, I knew we were in for a ride. And can you imagine this? Why some people don't like the show? Like, oh my god, they're being so edgy or something. Like, no, dude, this is awesome. What are you talking about?
Awesome. Yes, this is what I fucking wanted from Teen Titans. Like in all honesty, going from Teen Titans to Titans is fucking refreshing, especially if you consider what we had in between. Not the shit on Teen Titans Go, but you know,
everything was there. The drama was there. The action was top tier. The costumes were honestly probably one of the best that there is in all of these live action TV shows. They're elite. And the casting was just, honestly, I say damn near perfect. Everyone, they got to play their roles. In the Titans themselves, Hawk and Dove, Robin, Raven, Beast Boy, Starfire. When this man Robin, Jason Todd Robin was there, and he just immediately gets like murdered by the Joker. It is so brutal. It is so awesome. But it was a little bit ignoring at first to see him, because I mean, if you know Batman, like you know what's gonna happen. The convert into him being Red Hood and just killing off his friends in like crazy brutal ways was a little bit crazy to see, especially when he even goes to redemption. It was a little bit funny. Like, what? Oh, does this mean I'm a Titan again? Dick's like, of course not. Well, you killed Hank.
right.
Yeah, no, Titans is awesome. I put Titans in for the culture.
You know what? These shows are actually pretty good when you don't have a bitch in your ear telling you it's not.
I'm gonna put Superman and Lois in peak. You haven't seen it?
I have not seen Superman and Lois. I will say that is 100% a fault of my own. Not because it doesn't look like an interesting show. It looks like a fun ass show, especially with the children of Superman, and you got Bizarro in there. It looks fucking amazing. But I'm a stickler about watching shows in order.
Okay. So here's what I'll tell you. You can completely break away from that feeling with Superman and Lois, because the best thing about it is at the season 1 finale, they took the chance to just be like, hey, this actually isn't even the same universe as the Arrowverse. We know you may have thought that, and we actually set it up this whole time to make it look like that, but we're just now pivoting right now away from the idea that this is a part of the Arrowverse. It is a completely standalone show, and you can look at it just like that. In fact, along with one other show on this list, I would highly recommend it that you just watch that instead of anything on here. Like, technically, fuck Titans, fuck Arrow, and fuck The Flash. If you watch any CW show, it should be Superman and Lois. What I knew that I was gonna love about it, if you're familiar with like the Superman character from the Arrowverse, I've liked him since he was in like Teen Wolf. Like, he got cast as like Superman for Supergirl, right? I didn't really watch him there. But eventually when they announced that he was gonna get his own show, that Lois Lane was there too, and then they had 2 teenage sons. Come on now. That's like the perfect recipe for what, Avery? Drama. How is Superman gonna raise 2 teenagers, especially when they might get powers too? I really hate actually spoiling shows that I really do like. You watch it because you don't know what's gonna happen next. So what incentive do you have to watch it if you know what's gonna happen next? Recipe for success: Superman, Lois Lane, 2 teenage sons, fucking Lex Luthor pops up, wreaks hell. You're right, the Bizarro verse happens. Doomsday shows up eventually. I said I was gonna spoil it, now I'm spoiling it. It was just a perfect blend of like showing Superman being a father and just aging in this world and just doing the best he can to take care of his family. I feel like that's always been the biggest gripe about me for Superman is people scale him against anything and people can say Superman's boring. I mean, it's Superman, he could be anybody. So like what happens when you give Superman an actual challenge that he can't just like punch? How are you gonna deal with your son who has anxiety disorder and that son also just develops powers, so you have to guide him and how he's become more a part of your secret world, and now you have to hold him to standards that you only have to hold yourself up to for so long, and you can see like how your son just fails to rise to the occasion sometimes, and he's just under pressure. It was the perfect blend of Superman, Jonathan and Jordan Kent, and Lois Lane. I'd say it was some pretty good television. The production quality was really high. I don't think that you would be able to start this show and end it not feeling satisfied. You know what? It's important. It's important for the culture.
Next, we're going to talk about Peacemaker. I just got 3 words for you. John fucking Cena. If you enjoyed John Cena in the Suicide Squad, the good one, then you will absolutely love Peacemaker. He is everything plus more. John Cena is funny as hell, and I think this is his breakout role for acting in a television show where he's actually just the main character. I understand Peacemaker. I get it. He's a man for peace. He said he doesn't care how many men, women, or children he has to kill in order to obtain peace. And if you think about it, in today's climate, is that not just America? Is that just not the most patriotic thing that you have ever fucking seen? And then his sidekick, what's his sidekick name? Nemesis or some shit? Vigilante is just as funny. This man is psychotic.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, let's just fucking kill him.
Yeah, no, he was pretty funny. But yeah, no, you're right. It's like it was like borderline. You can't really tell. It's like, is this guy really a good guy? Like I don't know. Like it seems like towards the end he just wanted to be his friend, Peacemaker's friend. So you know, whatever this dude wants, I'll do it. But I feel like he'd be a lot more unhinged without him to kind of keep the lid on him. James Gunn, he's good at his job, right? Everybody knows it. He's got the accolades to prove it. He's got a thing for picking up these characters that people weren't really thinking about before and then making stars out of them. I can appreciate that. It seems to me like you give yourself a tall task to get something that's not already very popular and make it popular. There's not enough people willing to take the risk to try to do something like that, and he does it so well. What's something that I didn't like about Peacemaker?
In all honesty, I can't really find much that I didn't like about Peacemaker. But at the same time, I don't believe it belongs for the culture.
I wouldn't say that either. It wasn't that impactful.
I feel peak would be a good ranking for Peacemaker. Let's do it. I have not seen Black Lightning either.
Alrighty, so can you open up your wallet and hand me your black card? We're gonna put Black Lightning in For the Culture, and I'm not even gonna explain why, and we'll just move on.
Okay. What about Supergirl?
Yep, you got me on that one. I didn't watch enough of the Supergirl. I watched a few episodes in season 1, and then I watched a few episodes season 2 and onward, which was pretty much only an obligation because the crossovers. I kind of checked in every now and then, but I can't give an honest opinion on Supergirl.
I am willing to drop Supergirl in whack.
In whack? Oh man,
I am willing to drop Supergirl in whack.
You know what? Of what I did see, I don't know if it's whack though. It might just be mid. But
what got me with Supergirl was honestly season 1. Season 1 being on the CBS. It felt like they were just doing it just to do it. It wasn't until like the whole crossover events with the Arrowverse that Supergirl actually became quote unquote interesting to me, but not interesting enough for me to continue watching.
I mean, there's nothing against the show as itself. I mean, yeah. I love the character herself, Kara. Yeah, you know what? You can just have it, because other than that, I'd put it in mid, but if you want to put it in whack, throw it in whack.
I said it, and I'm sticking to my guns. Throwing Supergirl in whack.
How about we tackle Stargirl next?
I've never seen Stargirl.
You're killing me, Smalls, man.
I know.
Man, watch Stargirl. It's so awesome. Listen, the fight choreography is so good. I think they had like somebody who did the fight choreography for Tokatsu in there. So like Super Sentai stuff. This was the different flavor on the drama because before we were dealing with adults and the things that come with that and having children. Here like we get like a good mix of it because Stargirl, she comes in, she's with her mother. Their father's not in the picture, and then she meets a guy and he has a son. So two partial families get together to make a whole one. So like the dynamic of her interacting with her stepdad and finding out, you know, his secrets that he used to be Stripe in the JSA and things like that. Side stories with Yolanda, who plays the character Black Cat, and how she's like struggling because her parents are just treating her terribly. Every time she's in a scene with her mother, she's like saying like some really out of pocket terrible things to her. And you're like, oh my gosh. And then right after that, she has to go like fucking fight demons and super powered villains and stuff like that. Like Stargirl was a lot of fun. Stargirl was a very good show. It's very bright. It's very vibrant. Honestly, yeah, there's pretty much like never really a dull moment from the action, suspense, and like deaths that happened in the show. Honestly, the very top of it, probably out of every show here, the fights. The fights in this show are the most comic book like combat battles you will likely ever see.
Do I have to watch the Arrowverse in order to watch Stargirl?
Stargirl is actually not in the Arrowverse. That's peak for sure.
Peak for
Stargirl's
sure?
peak. Oh
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
peak for sure. They got me.
I feel like we're being fair, non-biased, and absolutely fair.
Okay.
Gotham.
Right. What you got for me, man?
Now, you might argue with me. I know that tier is getting flooded. I think Gotham is for the culture.
Oh my god, we have very different opinions. And I was gonna
We
say that
really
shit's mid.
What?
Hell yeah, Gotham's mid, dude. Like the Penguin and the Riddler were carrying that show so hard. Okay, my bad. And Jim Gordon. I was watching a lot of Gotham and I just fell off. And I'm not saying, you know, it's because the show's ass or anything, but if it was better, I would have still been watching it.
They had the perfect Harvey Bullock, dog. They had the perfect. I would say this version of Alfred is hands down my favorite iteration of him.
Oh yeah, true. No, okay, I agree with that too. You're gonna get me on some of these things, but like, I don't know, dude. Which Joker was your favorite? The first or the second one? That wasn't a Joker.
It was the first, not the Joker.
Oh, okay. I was just checking, you know, like
I really enjoyed. Yeah, cause Gotham is nothing but a prequel of everything. Batman, the villains and stuff, like the prequel of how the Penguin became the Penguin, Riddler became like who he was, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Scarecrow in it. Like,
yeah, I'm a sucker for origin stories. Like, you got me.
I am a sucker for origin stories. And just to encapsulate that in like how I was feeling when I was watching the show, it was just freaking, it was great, man. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time watching it. Now,
if you think it's for the culture, that means you think it's comic book media Mount Rushmore. Like, if anybody were to watch any of the shows that we rated, you'd highly recommend it.
Looking at the shows we have in for the culture, and I'm sitting here thinking, does Gotham hold up with any of these other shows? As like, do I dare put Gotham in the same tier as The Flash or as Titans? I will accept fun for Gotham.
I just thought that. I'm like, okay, we could do fun because it was.
Gotham was fun.
That. Like, oh, I get that name. Oh, I recognize that person. Is the origins gonna line up or not? You know?
Yeah.
Cameo here, cameo there. They're really good at that.
Fun.
All right, let's go. We can do the Penguin next.
All right. I would like to start off by saying I have not watched The Penguin, but I have seen previews of it, and I have recently seen the Batman, the one with Robert Pattinson. Like, if he's anything like he is inside of the fucking movie, the show's peak off rip.
From what I've seen, I think I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes. That show is so good. The suspense just gets me where I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I can watch this scene. Oh my god, what's happening? Like, hurry up. Or like, oh my god, I can't believe he did this and got away with it. Colin Farrell, is that the guy who's playing the Penguin? He's doing such a good job. Oh my god, that show is so good right now. I haven't even finished it yet. That guy is shiesty supreme, like king of the shiest. Like, I haven't watched the show in so long, it kind of just made me feel a certain way, like about a character like they have Oz Cobb. I can't wait to finish it. I kind of want to watch the Batman again too, to kind of like reset the theme.
We're gonna drop the Penguin in peak.
Oh my gosh. All right, so why should I never watch Lucifer? Like, why would I? You're basically saying that if I watched Lucifer, I would essentially be wasting my time. Can you back that up?
I'm not gonna say Lucifer is bad, but it's just, how many episodes, like, how often can you just get away? Oh, look, I'm the devil, I'm on earth, like, giving in to my dastardly deeds. Oh, hello, why don't you fucking sin? Sinning is fun. And the detective's like, ooh, hey, you're not really Lucifer, I'm an atheist, God's not real, fuck you.
I had no idea that was the show. That's the show? He's like,
that's the whole first season of Lucifer. That's the whole first season of Lucifer, and she's like, hey, why don't you stop that whole Lucifer bit? He's like, oh, but darling, I am Lucifer. Oh.
And then I know I saw a scene where he's like, this is what my real face looks like.
Yeah. Lucifer started off okay, and then it just, like, as you watched, it like continued to watch, it's like, oh, I've seen this episode before. Oh shit, no I didn't.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Yeah, he's like almost watching the same episode over and over again. It's not bad, but it's not necessarily good. I am willing to throw Lucifer in mid.
Okay.
All right.
We'll fight you on that.
The last show is Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Wacky Doom Patrol.
It's so good. Brendan Fraser, what a comeback. You know the crazy part about Doom Patrol? I can't even remember what the show was necessarily about. But I do remember having a good time while watching it.
And you know what's funny? I can't either. No, like for the first season though, wait, hold up. Cause okay, we can say this at least. The first season was probably like a good majority of like origin stories, right? Well, who the hell were they? Oh, that guy who could take his, like, manipulate his body. You know what I'm talking about? The Nobody Man or something like that?
Bro, I don't remember there being a villain in that show.
Because I feel like there wasn't until like the last 3 episodes. I felt like he didn't even show up to the last 3 episodes. Like they were just like fucking around most of the episodes, and then suddenly there's a bad guy.
I remember like Robot Man being like Talladega Nights or something, and then he got in a bad car accident.
And then we had like an Air Force person, and then he was fucking, and then oh bam, he got superpowers. And then like Mr. Nobody, he was the villain. I feel like I can appreciate how outlandish it was. Like I love really goofy stuff that really leans into the fact that that's what it is. Because one of the episodes, maybe in the first season or second or whatever, is that they end up finding themselves into like a living town, and then there's a person there who has the ability to give anybody an orgasm.
And everybody got
so he just gives everybody, including the town, an orgasm. And it's like, what is going on here? Like,
I gotta agree, because Doom Patrol came out around the time that they were doing more live action shows like Titans or something. I think it came out like after Titans or something. So people expected Doom Patrol to be like dark and gritty like Titans was. This show's silly as hell.
I think that they did reoccurring is like tackling like real life issues like mental health crisis and abandonment and things like that throughout the show. Every character was human, even though they weren't. In some ways more than other. As far as like a rating goes, it's certified fun.
Certified fun.
Alrighty, we've made it to the end of the list here. Do you see us doing any types of shuffling around, or are you content with what we have now?
You know what? I do. I feel like I was a bit too harsh on Supergirl.
Oh yeah.
I just a tad bit. I did enjoy certain aspects of what I did watch. I guess I was expecting Supergirl to be something more exciting, like the Flash was, or something like that. But it wasn't. The fact that they had Kara just kind of living in Superman's shadow, like I know that's her character, or that's how it usually is, but I don't know. I guess to see it again in like a live action format, it didn't vibe with me too well.
I mean, honestly, I was kind of surprised they made it. I mean, not to say that Supergirl can't be successful, but the Super family in itself, you kind of think they all just bundle together, right? Like their stories. Well, I guess in a live action sense, would probably work better together. Which means, which is why I understood when they introduced Superman.
Yeah,
like, that's a pretty big deal in the show. You know, I feel like it helped it overall. You want to move up Supergirl to mid tier?
Yeah, let's move Supergirl to mid.
Okay, I got something for you. I say we move the Flash to peak. Yep.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the last episode of The Flash.
And it pissed you off that much that you like, it was for the culture, but now it's not.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
That's
I mean, could you
crazy.
imagine watching so many seasons of this show to get to that last episode? I don't think I would have felt like I've been properly rewarded for my time invested. Like, not only was it not that great, but then by the end of the episode, the lightning bolt, it just goes to pick like 3 different people, and it's like, we didn't even need this. We're not seeing none of this. This stuff isn't gonna go in anywhere. I can see how it was supposed to be set up to be epic. Oh yeah, Team Flash, all the speedsters versus all the villains of the series. Okay, yeah, but all the villains of the series were notoriously overpowered. So now we have everybody here soloing another overpowered villain that used to take like 40 people to beat. I don't know. I feel like we tried to do a little bit too much here.
We're gonna drop it down to peak.
All right, when it comes to DC live action, you heard it here first, folks. There is no whack show in the entirety of DC live action shows that we here at the Ink Tank have seen.
If you're still with us, or you have this video playing while you play Balatro or League, we appreciate you. But most importantly, please tell us if you agree or disagree with our rating of these shows. And remember, if your show didn't make this tier list, it just simply wasn't good. Think we're lying? Tell us why below. If you don't say anything, I'm just gonna assume your favorite show is dog shit. And as per usual, I'm Fro the bro with the fro.
And I'm Hershey Lee, Panda Man OP.
And this is Freeze Frame.
Into the wild again. Tell me when does it end? Hide under the shadow of the morning.
Special thanks to Andrew Analik in the ink cartridge tier, and Elizabeth Susan in the ink barrel tier. Your contributions greatly help out our projects, and we hope you continue to enjoy our content. Thanks again.